I say that we finish up this project, and I made a little surprise too. Hey everyone, Cristin Som here, and I am very excited. I'm thinking that we can finish up this project. So our sponsor has been Binded by Stitches. They did a great job, and did you see that in Kimberbell Day yesterday, they won a prize, a big prize, like $1,000 prize that they get to give away to one of their people. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was very exciting. So we have a lot to do today. It's going to be a big day, but my goal is to try and finish, to completely finish this project. So we do have lots of parts. We'll go over it bit by bit and get there. So we have all 5 sections done of our pillow. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I love this one. That gingerbread house, see? How cute. I love that. Love that. So all of these were really, really fun, and I made a little surprise. So for those that have made a donation during the time of this project, I made a little thank you gift. So I worked on this literally all day, like a very, very long day. So I made a cute little, not really little, it's actually kind of big, but a label for our project. So again, this is going to go out to all the people that made a donation to our tutorials, and I'm going to personalize it with their name on there, and of course the year. And I made this little gingerbread boy. He's of felt, and it's just so darn cute. And let me tell you, digitizing is not my forte at all. I have no learning in digitizing. So it was a stretch for me. This was a big stretch. So I think he's really, really cute. And like I said, I'm going to send this out automatically. I'm going to send you an email to all those that have made a donation that included your email address. There's still one that did not send me their email address. But all the other ones, I have your information. So I'm just going to automatically send this to you. If you haven't made a donation, it's something that you want to do to support our tutorials, I'm going to add a link here to our PayPal account. You can do it in PayPal or also in Venmo. I'll add a Venmo link later, but you just click on that. But please make sure to include your email address so that I can send this to you, and also the format that your machine uses, and let me know if you're working on this project with us or a different project. So this is for our Ginger's Kitchen people. Isn't it so cute? I love it. I'm pretty excited about it. It was really hard for me. So anyway, I'm going to send this out to you. That will be the last step. So we will do that, the very last step. So we have all 5 steps done, all 5 sections done. So we're going to work on today the borders, the backing, the embellishments, and the label. All right, all of those we're going to try and get into one tutorial if possible. Sometimes it makes my software crash because it's too many photos. So I'm going to do my best, hopefully get this all done in one project, and then I'm going on vacation. I'm pretty excited. I am going to go see my kids, 2 of my kids and 6 of my grandkids, and oh my gosh, it's going to be wonderful. I'm very excited. I can't wait to go. So I'm going to do that. So if you make a donation, send it in soon so that I can send this to you. I will bring my laptop with me and work in the evenings after the kids go to bed to send you the personalized label. But anyway, so let's get started with what we're going to work on today. So the very first thing is we actually need to work on the organza. I think it's called the organza. So we're going to attach the borders, but first we're going to attach the organza, and that's in the embellishment. So I have it in my embellishment packet, and there are quite a few embellishments, so we're going to have quite a few things to work on today. But for the organza, let me see here. So the organza, I'm just going to show you a little piece for now. This is the one for her dress, but this is the organza. So it came in the embellishment kit. You can see it's organza with little red glitter dots on it. Super cute. So for the part that we're going to attach onto the border, we're going to actually attach it onto the pillow and then attach the borders on from there. So we need a piece of organza. Let me see. I think it was like 4 by 25, something like that. Hold on. Let me find it here. Okay, sorry about that. So the organza, we want one piece that is 4.5 by 25. 4.5 by 25. That's interesting. I would think we would need 2 pieces. Oh, we're gonna. fold one piece 25 by 4.5 organza ruffle in half lengthwise, glitter side out. All right, and I'm going to show you how to make it into a ruffle. Don't worry, we're going to go through that. I remember I made a ruffle on like a watermelon with maybe the Hello Sunshine quilt. So a long time ago. So I'm going to have to relearn how to do that, but I'll show you how to do it all in photos. But grab your organza. Like I said, you want a piece that is 4.5 by 25. All right, 4.5 by 25. And I'll go through all the steps of how to make it into a ruffle in photos, and we'll get that done. And then we'll talk about the borders in just a second. All right, next up, let's talk about the borders. So we have 2 side borders. Grab your packet if you made a packet for the borders. So the original fabric is this cute little whisk type fabric. All right, so it's got gingers and baking and fun stuff on it. That's the original one. And if you have that one, you want to cut it, but either one of them will be 4.5. And then in the directions, it says by 16.5. I cut mine to 17 just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room just in case. And then I'll cut it down once it's attached on. But my recommendation is 4.5 by 17, 2 pieces. I did back mine with fusible stabilizer. That's up to you. We are going to quilt these. All right. And I'm going to show you how to do that for these borders. 2 pieces, either at 4.5 by 16.5 if that's what you have, or 4.5 by 17 if you've got a little extra for a little wiggle room. All right, that's the original one. The other, I think there was also a black one if I recall, so whatever works. And from our sponsor, they sent us this cup of cheer. How cute is that? That will be really cute on this project. So the cup of cheer cups fabric, you can see it's got the cute little cups on it. Either way, 4.5 by 16.5 or 4.5 by 17 is my recommendation. All right, 2 pieces of that for our borders, for each of the side borders. And then we need our batting for this. So the batting is going to be 4 by 16. All right, 4 by 16 for your batting, 2 pieces, 4 by 16. All right, for your batting. And then, like I've shown you in other videos, we're going to attach it on with our glue stick. If you have the fabric spray, if you're a fan of the fabric spray, do that. I am not. I don't like the fabric spray. I think it's messy and it just gets everywhere. So this glue stick is amazing. It is a purple glue stick, so you can see where it goes on. You want to put it on in bits because it dries super quickly. And you can get this right now, it's everywhere for school supplies, or if you want to support our channel, you can get it from our Amazon shop here, and it'll come right to you. And it's nice big ones. I think there's 3 in a pack, and they're the fatter ones, so that works really well to add the batting onto our borders, and I'll show you how to do that. So again, 2 pieces that are 4 by 16. 4 by 16. You want them exact, and as you're pushing it down, check it because it can grow. It can get a little bit longer, and you want to make sure that it's not larger than 16 inches. Okay, you want just so that it won't be in your seam allowance, and if it does, not a huge big deal, but that's preferred. All right, so that is for our side borders. I'm going to bring you to the computer and show you how to get 2-in-1 hooping depending on your hoop size. Let's see, we need 16 inches of quilting. I think my biggest hoop is 10 by 16. So actually, we could do this in 1 hooping. Ooh, I think. Let's see. I'll have to see because actually it's probably not 16 inches of quilting. So I'll bring you over to the computer and show you the different options. We are going to quilt this. I told you the batting. So the quilting design The one I'm going to use, you want to use a border design, all right? That's really important, a border design. So I'm going to use Christmas Border 3. It's the one with the gingerbread on it. Perfect, right, for this project. So Christmas Border 3 is the one that I'm using. And I would like a design that is fully like 4 by 16, but I don't know that it'll be that big. So I'm going to bring you over to the computer, show you different options. So that's for the side borders. Hey everyone, I'm at my computer now, and let's take a look at those border blocks with our quilting. So I'm going to open up Embellishments Essentials, and I'm going to go, well, start with the hoop size. So I'm on my 8 by 12 hoop. Pretty sure I'm going to try my biggest hoop, but it'll depend on the hoop size or on the quilting size. So I'm going to go ahead and for now go to my preferences folder, and I'm going to click on my 10 by 16 hoop. If you don't have that large of a hoop, it's not a problem. You would just do a double hooping, which I might end up doing anyway. But so for now, I'm on my 10 by 16 hoop. I'm going to click on this compass button and click H for hoop. And I'm going to go to Merge Stitch File, and I'm going to see my options for that quilting. So I'm going to open up Ginger's Kitchen and my border Christmas 3 quilting design. And embroidery files, block by block, Pez. All right, let's see what we have. So we want a 4 by 16 or what? Let's see what we've got. So 2, 3, there's a 4 by 10, 4 by 12, 4 by 14. So the biggest is going to be 14. So that means that I'm going to want to do a double hooping anyway. So I'll change my hoop size in a moment. So let's see. If I click on this, does it tell me? I think I have to open it. I'm going to start with the 4 by 12. I'm going to double click on that. It goes to the center. I just want to see the size. So it's 4.5 by 11 3/4. I want 16 inches of quilting. So if I were to do that in a 7-inch, that would work well. Let's just see. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to move it over. I'm just going to click on them so that I can see what size they actually are so we can see what will work. All right, so back to that file. I want a 4-inch. I'm going to open the 4 by 10 and see what size that is. Click on the design. It's 4 by 9 7/16. So that would give me about 18 inches of quilting. I might go with that. That might be the best, but let's just see. Just moving it over. So I'm going to click on the 14. I think the 14 is 14 inches usually. Let's see. 4-inch. There's the 7. I think the 7 is usually 7. I'm just going to click on that so I can see. That one is 7 inches long. So if we were to do that twice, we'd only get 14 inches of quilting. So I know I don't want that one, but I might want it with something else. So I'm just going to keep it there for now. And go back, open this up. I want the 4 by 14. Let's see what that does. 4 by 14, and that one is exactly 14 inches long. And I do want 16 inches of quilting. You could do this 14-inch and just have a little extra space on each side. I prefer to have more quilting than less. So I know I'm not going to do that one. So I'm going to go ahead and click delete on that one. And then it's just deciding which of the two. So if this one is 7 inches, if I did the 7 and the 10, that would give me about 16. But then I'm doing it twice. Either of any of these I'm going to do twice, but then I'm going to do the software part of it twice. Whereas if I do 2 times like this, 9.5, it's basically 9.5, so that would give me 19 inches of quilting, and I want 16 inches. This one, if I did twice, it'd be way too much. It's almost, what is it, a little over 13 inches. So you could do, let's see, what was this one? 9.5 and 7, that would give you a little more than 16. I'm just gonna do this one twice, so it's almost 9.5, 9 7/16. If I do that twice, it'll give me 19 inches of quilting, and then I just cut off the excess. And it's not going to matter because I've got my batting the right amount, so the quilting is not going to run into the batting. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do this 9.5 inch twice. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these two. And again, you could do this 10 inch and the 7 inch. That would give you a little less quilting, but you're doing more software work doing it that way. I'm just going to do this one, nice and easy. All right, so I don't need nearly this large of a hoop, but it's going to be 9 inches wide. So I do want a 9 inch. I could do my 9 by 14, but I think I could do my 9.5 inch hoop. Let's just see. So my 9 by 9 hoop, it's too big. Let's say hoop, should zoom in. Yeah, well, it's not, let's see. It's actually quite close. Let's see. 9 7/16 by 9 7/16 is the size of my hoop, and this is 9 7/16. So it's literally exactly it. So let's see if I did, well, first I want to change the color. So let me zoom in. All right, so here's my design in my hoop. I want to make sure and change these colors before I do a copy and paste to get the second one. So I'm going to click on 1, 1. Now, here's a good point. So this first one and the second one, this is the placement and tack down of our batting. You don't need those. All right, you absolutely do not need those because we're going to add the batting on. So you can go ahead and highlight those. You would just click from the right and drag over. You can highlight both of those and click delete. I'm going to keep them in for the tutorial, so I remind everyone to bypass it that's not using software. But you can absolutely delete these. And if you do, then you have blue, orange, and turquoise. You don't need to change any of the colors. So I'm going to go ahead and change these first two. You won't need to. I'm going to change these first two just so that you won't need to change them because you can delete them. But I'm going to change them so that I can tell everyone to bypass them. But I don't want it to join those. All right, so we've got, I changed it to dark aqua and blaze, and then we've got blue, orange, turquoise. So that's all great. So I'm going to click on this design, make sure to click on the stitching, hit Control C to copy it, and Control V like victory to paste it. It goes over the first one, so you got to click on it and move it over. And look at how tight this is. This is like super tight. And just barely within the hoop, and it's red, so it's not. So you have to get it lined up just right too to make sure if you're using your 9.5 by 9.5 hoop, it's just barely 9.5, and it really doesn't fit. So let's see. If I click on this, move it down just a tiny bit. Let's see if that makes it fit. That made it fit. So super duper duper close. Keep that in mind. But it will fit within the sizing because it's a 4.5 inch fabric and a 4.5 inch design. So it will fit. It's just really tight, and you have to get it lined up just right in your hoop. Otherwise, your hoop will tell you that it's too big. You can do it in a 9 by 14 hoop, but I'm going to do this. I also have a 10 by 10. All right, so I'm going to do that just for a little less stress. But I want to point out, for those of you that have a dream machine or any of the machines that use a 9 by 9 hoop, the 9.5 by 9.5, it will fit. All right, but I'm going to choose my 10 by 10 hoop just because I have that option, and so you do what works for you. So see, then I have a little bit of space. And again, it fits just fine because our fabric is going to fit within the sizing of your design, of your quilting design. So it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to use my 10 by 10 and a little less stress factor for me. All right, so there, I've got a little bit of rim between and they fit fine. I'm going to click my H hoop so that I can see my design. All right, so that works for me. I'm going to do that. Again, you don't need that first and second part, but we do want the two designs. We have 10 color steps, so I'm going to do a color sort. Go to Utility, Color Sort, and make sure you've got these same settings that I have, and you'll get the 5 color changes. Click New View and just check it real quick. Placement for the batting, tack down for the batting, placement for the main fabric, tack down for the main fabric, and then the quilting design. Great, perfect, easy to do. That looks really good. So I'm going to do that twice. 2 hoopings, and that'll give you the option to be able to see for your hoop size as well how to do that. It's really, really easy, and I've shown it in a ton of videos. So I'm going to do a file, save stitch file as, and go to my Ginger's Kitchen, and I'm going to go to this border and save it in there in case I ever need it again. And look at how funny, I've already done this. So we did it on whisk, that's why. But this one I'm using a 1x10 times 3, and these we used the 1x12 and 1x7 because it was a bigger quilt. So I'm going to name this, and plus it was the 1. We want 12. This is 4x12. So I did the 12-inch last time for whisk or whatever I used it for, and we're going to use the 10-inch design today. So I'm going to say 4 by 10 times 2 border. All right, and I'm using my 10 by 10 hoop, but right now I'm just saying what size of the design. That's what I'm going to name it as. Say save, and I'm going to say utility send to Solaris XP1, and it's sent to the machine. So if you don't have that option, you would just save it to a USB stick. So very easy. I'm going to show you how to do the double hooping for the borders and quilting. We'll run through all of that in the photos. So let's get started. And then we have our embellishment. So once we have the side borders and the backing done, then it's time for the embellishments. And I just dropped one. So there's a bunch of embellishments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over those step by step. I will tell you what is needed to complete it and where it goes and how to do it. Don't forget, for those yo-yos, I recommend the yo-yo maker that is from Amazon. So this large yo-yo maker, that's what I'm going to do for mine. You can make them the original original way if you choose, or you can use this yo-yo maker. If you haven't ordered one yet, here's a link to my Amazon storefront. They come super quick. I think I got mine in one day. So that will be easy for those yo-yos. And again, I will go over the fabrics. So or all the different embellishments. So just a reminder that there is the original fabrics, and then there are substitutes. I'll add that in photos as well, and what size that we need, all of that stuff. And then all of the rickrack ribbon, I'll go over that as well. And then we have the buttons. We'll get to sew on the buttons, and then I think we're pretty close to done except for our label. Oh my gosh, how fun. We're almost done. Are you excited? right, and then the very last step is our label. You can make whatever label that you like. If you made a donation to the Cristin Creates tutorials at any point during this project, I will automatically send this to you. I have to have your email address to do that though. I will add a link to Venmo here. A lot of people like Venmo. If you want to make a donation to our tutorials, if you want to support us doing these tutorials, we work very hard on them. I will send you this label. All right, so we will send that out to you. Don't forget to include your email address and the format that your embroidery machine uses. All right. All right, and after we have our side borders on, let's do our backing. So if you have a backing packet, grab that. So the backing, the original one, I'm going to use, if I have enough, I'm going to use the white with whisk Christmas cookie items, baking items on it. All right, and I'm going to measure my pillow top first. I think it was 16 and a half. Width, if I recall, it was exactly 16 and a half. I don't remember the length, but I'm going to measure it. So make sure to measure yours. I'll include that information in here. And you want to, what I like to do is I lay down my back fabric and then put it on top of there and determine from there. I am going to try and do something a little different. I remember in the Nativity bench pillow, they showed us how to do it with a zipper. And so I'm thinking I'm going to try it again with a zipper. Although I may not have, actually, I don't think I have a big enough zipper, so I might just use the original, but you always have that option. So in the Nativity bench pillow, there is directions on how to do it with a zipper if you have a zipper handy and you like to do them with a zipper. I just realized I don't think I have a big enough zipper, so I'm probably going to do the original method, but like I said, you can always look for that Nativity. In fact, I'll add a link here to that last tutorial for the Nativity bench pillow that has how to do it with a zipper. All right, so again, measure your pillow top and see what size that you need. All right, and I'll add more information as we go. This is the original fabric from our sponsor. We got this super cute blue with Christmas trees all over it. That'll be super cute as well. And how fun with our quilt label. For those that have made a donation, that will be against our quilt label. So very cute. So I will go over all of the steps of the backing step by step in photos. My shirt today, this is one of my favorites. I really like this one. So my birthday is coming up in just a few days, and my granddaughter's birthday as well. And so I'm wearing my birthday bike shirt. I love this one. I added the wording. I will add information. The shirt is from Target from like centuries ago, like seriously centuries ago, but I will add information of where I got the design and the changes that I made to it all underneath this video. All right, and our last feel good, mental health, good vibes type of information. I didn't think of a word for today. Let's see. I'm going to say privilege. privilege. I'm going to say privilege for today. All right, so I found this on the internet. It does say that it is toward female friends that are 50 years and up. I would think some of these will work toward men that are in our group as well. So just, do what works for you. So to all my female friends that are 50 years and up, most of us are aging through the next phase of our lives. We're at that age where we see wrinkles, gray hair, and extra pounds. We see cute 25-year-olds and reminisce, but we were also 25, just as they will one day be our age. We aren't those girls in their summer clothes anymore. What they bring to the table with their youth and zest, we bring our wisdom and our experience. We have raised families, run households, paid the bills, dealt with diseases, sadness, and everything else life has assigned us. We have lived our lives, that's for sure. Some of us have lost those that were nearest and dearest to us. We are survivors. We are warriors in the quiet. We are women like a fine wine or a classic car. Even if our bodies aren't what they once were, they carry our souls, our courage, and our strength. Sorry, I always do this. We shall enter this chapter in our lives with humility, grace, and pride over everything we have been through, and we should never feel bad about getting older. Here's the biggest thing. It's a privilege that is denied to so many. So enjoy your lives. Be thankful that we are aging. It's all a good thing. My phone is dark. I don't know why. Anyway, we're wrapping up Ginger's Kitchen today. We did it. Oh my gosh, don't you love it? It's so darn cute. Oh, this is probably a favorite. I have to say, I think this might be a favorite because it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So fun with the embellishments and the yo-yos and so cute. Absolutely adorable. I love this, especially with our little personalizations on it. And our label too. Cute, cute. So I know I'm going to get questions about when we're going to start our next project. So I want to bring that up real quick. Our next project is Jingle All the Way. And I have not started prepping. I have not done anything with this. In fact, I haven't even received my package from our sponsor, Oh My Darlings, yet. So don't worry, you have time. So I'm not even going to start prepping. I'm not going to do anything. I'm actually going to go on vacation tomorrow and spend a few days with my kids and my grandkids. So you have time to finish your ginger pillow and then whatever you want to do. But we are not going to start on Jingle. So here's the process. So I will receive my package from Oh My Darlings. You'll get your package from Oh My Darlings. If you haven't ordered yet, make sure to do that from our sponsor, Oh My Darlings. And then once I have my package, I will start prepping. And once I have my quilt prepped, then all of the fabrics and the batting and all of that, then I'm going to create a prep video for you with all that information that I learned from prepping mine. So then I'll give you time to do your prep. So I'm guessing it's a big quilt. So I'm guessing like a week to cut all the fabrics and stabilize everything and cut all the batting and check if there's any ones that we have to be careful of and all of that information. So I'm going to make a prep video. So don't do anything until we have that. So just relax. Don't worry. I'm not going to start right away. You will have time to finish your ginger pillow and you will have time to prep your jingle after I do my prep and give out some various information. All right. So plenty of time. Don't worry. Just enjoy your ginger pillow for now.